Hi everybody, this is Oksana, and in this video we are going to wrap a side drilled bead. So this bead has a hole over here at the top, but in the side. Instead of going front to back, it's going side to side. And so if you want to see how to wrap a bead such as this, just keep watching. So the base wire I'm going to be using is this 20 gauge round copper wire, and mine is from riogrande.com. And I'm just going to cut myself one piece that is 10 inches long. I'm also going to be using this 24 gauge half round wire, but if you only want to use round wires, then you can use 26 or 28 gauge round wire to make the attachments and to make the bail. And then my stone here, it's a bloodstone bead. It's a teardrop shape and it is side drilled. There's a little hole going from side to side here at the top, and it measures about an inch, almost exactly an inch. But it doesn't have to be this size, of course, and it doesn't even have to be this shape. I think that this design would work for most side drilled beads. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my wire through the top right there. I'm going to put my bead in the middle of the wire. Then I'm going to bend the wires upwards like this, and I'm just bringing them together here at the top. Just putting a little bend in them. You can use your pliers as well to reinforce this bend if you want it to be like a little bit sharper of a bend than I did with my hands here, like this. And now we're just gonna connect these two wires together and make our bail. So with our half round wire, I'm just grabbing the tail end of it to get it started, and I'm wrapping it around. If you are using round wire, then you probably just want to do a weaving pattern around those two wires. And now I'm just flipping it this way because I'm going to continue, and I'm guiding the wire. This wire is still attached to the spool. I'm guiding it with my hand, and I'm turning the piece, and I'm letting the wire just go around and around like this, and it's going flat side down, half rounded side up. If you have a twist in your wire, make sure you just kind of straighten and fix it with your hands so that it keeps going flat side down. So once this is tall enough to be your bail, you can stop. It's up to you how tall you want your bail to be. And I think that I am almost at the point where mine is good enough, so I'm just going to stop now. So you just want to trim the ends of your wires, and they're going to be on the back. So determine which side of your stone is the back. So I want this to be the back. So I'm just going to bring the wire this way, trim it here on the back, and this wire as well. Trim it here on the back, and I'm just going to grab my pliers, and I'm just gonna squish that all down, press down those little wire ends, and just press down the whole bail. I like to just go over the whole thing like this. So this is the back of the stone, the bead, and this is the back of the bail, and here is the front. So now we just want to shape the bail. So I'm just going to hold it with my pliers like this, and I'm going to shape my bail. You can bend it around something like bail making pliers or round nose pliers because you want that rounded shape. And once we're coming close to closing up the bail, what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate these two wires on the back here, and then I'm just going to continue with my bail until it's closed. And then here's the wires, so on the back they're just going side to side, and here's the front. So I'm going to go with the right wire first, and I'm just going to bring it here across to the front, and then I'm just going to make a curve in it like this. And with this other wire, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it to the front, and I'm going to bring it all the way around until it goes to the back here, and then I'm going to bring it to the front again like this, and I'm going to bring it up to the other wire so they're going to meet up. Just straightening it a little bit here, so they're meeting up together here, and I'm just going to continue following and kind of swirling it around like this. Until the wires are going horizontally this way. Then I'm going to bend them and have them go around the back, and then all the way around until they're at the front again, and they're going across the front. Now, one thing you might want to do, like mine started kind of sticking up a little bit here, so I'm just going to press it down with my pliers. You just have to be careful. Your pliers might leave a mark, so if you want to use like a little cloth or something to protect your wire from your pliers. Alternatively, if you do have marks that were formed, you can just use sandpaper to buff those marks out. So here's what it looks like so far. Now I'm just going to grab a piece of my 24 gauge half round wire. Just going to cut myself a piece, just a few inches here, so that I can make a connection. And what I want to connect is these two wires here with the other two wires right above them like this. So I'm sliding the half round wire underneath, so you can do this with round wire as well. And then I'm just following that along. And that made like a little wrap around, connecting these four wires together. And now I need to finish off this wire before I can trim it. So I'm bringing this down another time, and before I trim it, I'm going to wrap it around just these two wires here. I'm just going to use my pliers to help me get it nice and tight like this. So that's just two little wraps, which should be fine. I'm just going to trim that, and then I'm going to take that little end there, that little wire end, and push that up here and just squish that down. Okay, so now it looks like this, and we have to finish off this wire. So to finish off this wire, I'm going to do a similar thing here. I'm going to wrap it twice around just these two wires here. So let me just try and get that to go under there. All right, so I'm pushing it through. There it is coming out on the other side here. I'm just gonna pull and tighten that up. And then you can see the little wrap that got formed. So I'm just gonna do that one more time. If I can get it. It doesn't really want to go underneath very well. Sometimes when the tip of the wire is all bent up, what I like to do is I just like to trim that off, because it's hard to work with it and get it to do what you want if it's all been bent out of shape. All right, so see, now it's working much better with this fresh end, and I'm just tightening that up. So I have two little wraps here. I just need to trim this wire, so I'm just gonna pull it towards me, and I'm just gonna get right in there with my wire cutters and cut it so that you don't see the end. And now you can just bring all of this together like this. Tighten it up with your pliers. So now it's time to finish off these two wires. This is the last step. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna curve that first wire in this direction, and I'm gonna trim it like this. Then I'm gonna take my round nose pliers and I'm gonna kind of squish the tip of that wire a little bit here. I like to kind of squish the end of the wire when I'm making my little loop, but feel free to do it however you do your little loops. So here's my little loop that I made. I'm just going to use my pliers a little bit to try and adjust it and get it to be a good shape, because sometimes loops come out a little oval looking and you just have to squish them down a little bit. All right, I think that's fine now. So I'm gonna follow it along with this wire, then I'm gonna bend it this way. I'm gonna trim it. And I'm just gonna make another swirl. So again, I'm just squishing this little tip here, and then I'm grabbing that little squish tip and I am making my swirl. So the swirl is a little bit bigger. It's underneath the other swirl. So now I'm just gonna press that down in place. And I'm just going to adjust this top portion again. I know I've kind of marked it up with my pliers quite a bit here, so I am going to use some sandpaper to get rid of that. So now I'm going to use some sandpaper. This is optional, but it's just something you can do. So I'm just going to tear myself off a little piece, but if you prefer to work with the whole piece, that's up to you. So this is some very fine sandpaper. It's 400, and then let me zoom in here. So if you notice, there's quite a bit of marks here that were left with my pliers because I was trying to push this to the side because it was a little crooked. So what I'm going to do is just get those out by using some sandpaper. And then I'm just going to use a pro polishing pad to just get some shine back to that copper, because the sandpaper can take away a little bit of the shine, like it doesn't leave it polished up. there we go. So here is my pendant, and let me just put it on a little cord necklace for you here so I can show you what it would look like when worn. So here is what it looks like, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.